Greetings. Hello, everyone. My name is Sabrina Lowry, the tech evangelist, and I am the proud founder and CEO of Legacy Realty and Management LLC, a full service residential real estate and property management company specializing in all things investments, landlords, and in assets. Okay. I am also the Chief Technology Officer and founder of Sabrina Lowry Enterprises LLC, where we take the stress out of your technical needs by offering you one to one technical support, courses, customized curriculum, and all things tech. If you should want to learn more about my services, please go to sabrinalowry.com and follow me on all platforms. So I would like for you all to tell us where you are tuning in from, and welcome to the fourth episode of Let's Talk Tech, Ladies Unplugged, where we are celebrating Women's Herstory Month, and we have a few special guests here in the studio with us. But before we do, I want to share just a little bit about what this platform is about, what it stands for, and why you should tune in. So, about 8 years ago, I started my journey with video technology in my business, not just as a platform to reach my audience, but as a way to share resources, introduce you to new businesses, to celebrate special events just like the month of March being Women's History Month. Now that you know, please tell a friend to tag a friend and tune in live, or be sure to watch the replay on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and welcome you all as we celebrate this Women's History Month with our special guest, Maria Thorpe. Welcome to the stage. And we have Chanel Collier. Welcome to the broadcast, ladies. Thank you so much for being here in celebration of Women's History Month. So, as you all know, we are live streaming here on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So now is your opportunity to get those phones out and share the broadcast. Tell your folks that we are live and support your fellow guests here in the studio. You are welcome to post your comments and questions for our guests as we go along, and get engaged, get involved in the conversation, because we're going to be talking about leadership and ladies in tech. Since this is a very special broadcast featuring the newest best-selling authors of The Ladies in Tech Volume 3, this brand new book is hot off the press, and we want to be sure that you know how to get your copy and support our Ladies in Tech community on March 29th in Towson, Maryland, where we will be having our launch and a prestigious awards ceremony. So, ladies, let's go ahead and kick off the conversation. I would love to bring Maria to the stage, if you will. Tell everyone what you do and who you do it for.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sabrina. And thank you so much for having me on this platform. My name is Dr. Maria Thorpe, and I am an award winning engineer, a wife, a mother of two, an author, a mentor, a speaker, a real estate coach, as well as the co owner of Waldorf Chess Club. As a trailblazer in STEM and community service, I've been recognized as the 2021 Maryland Mother of the Year and honored to be recognized as the Mentor of the Year. I believe in empowering others and helping them to find their purpose as I move forward. I've been recognized with the Woman of Heart Award in STEM Leadership, the Carolyn E. Parker Foundation Legacy Leader Award, the Black Engineer of the Year Award for Community Service, and the Department of Defense Women's History Month STEM Role Model Award. So, as you can see, my passion for leadership, mentorship, and innovation is what is defining me. I'm committed to fostering diversity in engineering and empowering our underrepresented groups to excel, not only in STEM, but whatever they may desire. Whether I'm developing new initiatives, mentoring aspiring professionals, or building stronger communities, I really embody courage, grit, and a commitment to leaving a legacy. So thank you, and I look forward to the conversation.
Awesome, Maria. It is always a pleasure, and your journey always inspires me. And I want to honor you and celebrate you on this special Women's History Month edition. Now we have the one, the only, the fabulous, newest best-selling author, Chanel Collier. Welcome to the broadcast. Tell
Thank
the people
you.
what you do and who you do it for.
Thank you so much, Sabrina. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be a part of your platform. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chanel Collier. I am a senior transformation analyst that helps organizations in their transformation journey, whether it's technical or process. I'm also an author, an entrepreneur, and the CEO of Elevate 90, an Agile Accelerator program, helping women break into tech. Now, Sabrina, my journey is from humble beginnings, underdog beginnings. I broke into tech with no degree and very little experience. I did that by way of a boot camp and started off with 2 ServiceNow certifications and my Scrum Master certification. I spent a little time at the help desk, and not too long after, I landed my first 6-figure tech role as a ServiceNow developer. Shortly after, in 2020, when the pandemic hit, projects had dried up. I was laid off in the job market with very little experience and just a few certifications. But through a lot of hard work, resilience, I bounced back and began working for one of the biggest financial firms and leading their IT service desk training program. After that contract ended, Sabrina, I was back into the market again. And then after some time, I ended up fighting my way back into another position again, through resilience and through being very determined and trying to fulfill my dreams. I was mentoring a lot of apprentices, doing self-development in their professional development, training, ServiceNow certification classes, as well as leading projects as a test manager and an agile coach and Scrum Master. Moral to the story, Sabrina, at this point, my tech journey had highs and lows, and I had fought through every obstacle and fought through every challenge and fought my way back into the market several times. And so little did I know that I was going to be forced to do that again around 2022 and 2023. I was faced with almost being in the toughest job market that we had seen in tech yet during that time. And I was faced with over almost 2 years of unemployment. So this is when my confidence as a leader plummeted. And because, yes, even those who are leaders, we battle with imposter syndrome and low self-confidence, a dried up network, all of the things, right? But once again, I fought back. And in the Ladies in Tech Volume 3 book, I share my journey, my tools and techniques that I use from going from unseen and how I built up my self-confidence to land the job of my dreams working for an amazing work organization. So Tech, I tell everyone, has changed my life, and now I am here to pay it forward to women just like me. And so this is just for all of the ladies listening that have joined the broadcast. If you consider yourself an underdog, if you are one of those women that do not have it all figured out, you can grow, you can lead, you can make impact. Again, with hard work, determination, and being resilient, but most of all, believing in yourself. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I think that deserves some applause, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Chanel, for being here on the broadcast. And I know that it is your season, and I want to honor you in this Women's History Month. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to know where you're tuning in, where you're coming in. Hello, best-selling author Dr. Joanna Bennerson. Thank you for being here with us this evening. We continue to celebrate our ladies in tech all month long because we are sharing our herstories. And now I want to segue into our conversation specifically about Women's History Month and why we celebrate it. So I'm going to come back to you, Chanel, and then toss it over to you, Maria. And we're going to talk about those leading ladies, whether they're in tech or otherwise, that has inspired you, motivated you, or possibly even helped you along your leadership journey as a lady in tech. Chanel?
Yeah, so Sabrina, I chose to honor today Dr. Kizzy Corbett, who is a Black woman in STEM who changed the course of history, literally, as one of the lead scientists behind the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Her groundbreaking work saved millions of lives globally. So no matter where we sit, from a political standpoint or from a professional standpoint, however we feel about the vaccine, there is no doubt, no matter how you feel about it, that Miss Corbett's story is a very, very powerful one. So she was raised in North Carolina from humble beginnings, something I really resonate with. Often she was the only Black woman in the room, but that never stopped her. She overcame bias, self-doubt, pressure, and with grace and brilliance. And now she is a renowned immunologist and a mentor for future scientists. Today, she's not just only celebrated as a viral immunologist, but also a role model who is opening doors for the next generation of Black women in science and in tech. So her journey is a powerful example of resilience, purpose, and impact. And I resonate with that.
Oh, that is fantastic. I see you, Maria. I see you're feeling all of that. And as a leading lady in engineering, can you tell us about what inspires you? Who has inspired you along your leadership journey?
Absolutely. Sabrina, thank you for, asking these questions because so often we get so busy in our day-to-day life, we forget how we even got to where we are. So for me, I couldn't just pick one leading lady. Being the first person in my family to go to college and currently the first African American female to lead a department in engineering that I do, I really have to say it's the women of my life. And I say that globally because there have been women along the way who have pushed me, who have encouraged me, who have empowered me, who have mentored me. People like, of course, my mother, my sister, my aunties, my cousins, my teachers in school, one in particular, Miss Emily Green. Now, she was my fourth, fifth, and sixth grade teacher. And why is that? Because she saw something in me that I didn't know. She saw that I was good in math and science. And I guess she wanted to see where I was going. So she started out being a fourth grade teacher, and then she followed me to fifth grade into sixth grade. But what I didn't find out till later in life was she actually helped me get into an all girls academic school in Philadelphia, and it was called the Philadelphia High Schools for Girls, and it is the only all girls public school in Philadelphia. And so she, along with other teachers, along with other mentors, they have provided me inspiration and guidance to do all of the things that I do now in the community, in my job, in my family, because I learned from them the skills I needed to do the things that I do today. Now, my mom didn't graduate from high school, but she demanded that all of her children graduate from high school, which we did. I was just the first one to go to college. Being a baby girl, I had two younger brothers behind me, which I dragged along, and they got college degrees as well. And so with all of the ladies who had an impact on my life, it has been a journey for me to turn it full circle. So, being a mentor, I've been able to establish a program in my work where I can provide scholarships and career counseling as well as job opportunities to the next generation of STEM individuals. In fact, before this presentation, before this podcast we're doing here, I was at an engineering event, embracing the community along with our local community college to show the young folks what their journey could be like in STEM.
Mm.
So, The Women of My Life, which, oh, by the way, is a book I'm working on, how these women impacted me and their communities, how they helped me to be the woman I am today. That's just a little bit of my story, my history, or as we've been talking about tonight, our herstory.
Oh my goodness. Let's get the applause going, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Applause, applause, applause. That is phenomenal, Maria. And I know so many different facets of your journey, which is not just in engineering, not just as being an author, not just being a mom. And so we're going to segue this conversation, ladies, because I think it's time to find out what you do to unplug. So, as a lady in technology, in engineering, arts, mathematics, STEM, and STEAM, wherever you are, whatever your career path looks like, we are talking to you. And so, when you think about what do you do to unplug, I mean, what do you do to celebrate yourself? So, Maria, I'm going to bring the conversation right back to you. And I would love for you to share with our audience what are the things that you do to unplug and how someone might be able to utilize what you do as well.
Well, thank you for the question. For me, I'm just your normal average girl. I love a little sports. I was a basketball player in the community as well as in college, but I hurt my knee, so that took me out. So I went to intramural. I like to talk about my girl, Dawn Staley, who's rocking it down there at South Carolina. She's from Philly. I know her. I'm so proud of her and what she's doing. And I look at some of the folks I came up with and the things that we're doing in the community. So I love giving back. I love teaching our youth. That's what I do at the Waldorf Chess Club. I teach our young folks, as young as 5, how to use the game of chess to build confidence, to strategically think, to be creative, and to strategically plan, because all of those are things that you require to do whatever it is you choose to do, whether it's in STEM, the humanities, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. Some of the things I do personally, like I said, I love a good walk, I love a good book, and I love a good nap because I get tired. So I'm gonna take myself a little nap, but so I can re-energize and get myself right back out there doing the things I love to do, being in the community and helping the next generation of STEM individuals. That's why they call me the STEM lady. I'm there when you need me.
Oh, I love it so much. And I've always admired a woman that is a chess player. I never got involved with chess, but I admire so many women that truly know the game of chess. And so I am so encouraged that there is opportunities available not just for leading ladies, but for anyone of any age, as you said, to use chess as a method to unplug. So that's a good one, Maria. That's a good one. Chanel, I know you're fired up. So I would love for you to join the conversation and tell us, what do you do to unplug? You are muted.
Sorry about that. I'm going to piggyback off of Dr. Thorpe and saying that I am just your average everyday gal. I too, from a personal perspective, I unplug by finding ways to move my body. And one of my favorite ways of doing that is walking and talking with the Lord. That is a way that I unplug. And then it really depends on the season. And then I have a season where I live in the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. So many things to do. I love hanging out with friends and families and just enjoying what our beautiful city has to offer. And then you might catch me, just being a homebody. I love just getting some rest, being on the couch, maybe binge watching some of my favorite shows or movies, right? But how I unplug in the way of serving others. I spend a lot of time with pouring in to individuals, women, helping them with their personal development, career search strategies, resume building, interviewing skills and all of those things. And that just brings me joy. And so that's another way that I unplug while I am giving back.
Oh, let's talk about the purpose and the passion meeting up. That is fantastic, Chanel. And so that brings us to, what does Sabrina Lowry do as a lady in tech who can unplug? I learned the art of unplugging when I became an entrepreneur and started my real estate business. And so that is a second career for me. And in that service based business, I learned that you have got to take a day off. And I learned from one of the best of the best of the best in a corporate setting, Chick-fil-A. Let's go. Their CEO and founder, Kathy Truitt, talked about how Sundays were closed for the entire corporation. Why? Because his belief in God first, family second was real. And he took that to the corporate world. And so I figured, well, why can't I? I'm a corporation. I was a solopreneur in the beginning, but I grew a team. I might not be a multi-billion-dollar company like Chick-fil-A, but I too, as a CEO and founder, must unplug. When you are constantly giving and serving others, we must recharge. And so Sundays became my dedicated day off where I would publicly list that my businesses were closed for business. And so you think about real estate and you think about the weekends and you're like, oh, but isn't that the busiest time for you in your business? Well, it could be. But when you learn to prioritize yourself, God, and your family, You get to rearrange some things. And guess what? I didn't lose business. It did not affect my bottom line. It was more of a mental thing to just be able to refuse and reject a call or an opportunity for service where I would pour back into myself and let others pour into me. So on Sunday nights, you might catch me at the roller skating rink because that's what I do to unplug. And so I take my skates with me everywhere that I go. And so you might catch me on the wood or out in these streets. So that is what I like to do to unplug if I'm not singing in our choir at my church, Turner Chapel AME in Marietta, Georgia. So now that you all have learned a little bit about these leading ladies and why we are celebrating Women's Herstory Month, we've got something else to talk about, ladies. I would like for us to now segue into our offering and our invitation. Let's talk about the ladies in tech with our visionary author, Kenyatta Powers Rucker, and her phenomenal leadership in volume 3 of the Ladies in Tech anthology book series. And in this volume, there are 20 of us authors. And when I tell you there are politicians, technicians, scientists, engineers, women who are artists, poets, and doctors, you will find a story that you will be able to resonate with. And not only that, you might find your next job, your next collaboration, and your next network opportunity. So I would like for us to each share a little bit about the book launch. And Chanel, I know you will be one of our featured speakers. Let's tell the people all about it.
Yes, so I am very much looking forward to the Ladies in Tech Volume 3 book launch and awards ceremony taking place in Townsend, Maryland, March 29th, this Saturday, in fact. And I am a speaker and going to talk about going from self-doubt to self-advocacy. And so I've shared a little bit of my journey when we first started this conversation, being in and out of the industry. Cannot wait to share tips and tricks and the countless strategies that I've learned to build my confidence. And actually, that's what I talk about in the book, confidence, how I lead with confidence, and the resilience in my story.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see you. And guess what? Finally meet you in person, right?
Yes,
It's
yes,
amazing what technology can do for those of us that collaborate and work together behind the scenes. The people just don't know. Some of us have never even sat in a room. And it just makes me think about the wonders and the brilliance and the innovation of technology and how powerful it is and how it has changed our lives, because we being in the same city would have otherwise never had an opportunity to meet and collaborate without the power of technology, the power of networking, and the power of our Ladies in Tech community, right? So
absolutely.
that gets me fired up. So
Yes.
I would love for you to share with the people about your debut as a contributing featured author in the Voices of Change magazine.
Well, thank you so much. As a contributing author, I was in the volume 1 of Ladies in Tech and now volume 3. And it is such a wonderful, phenomenal experience to see all of these wonderful women coming together and sharing her story. And for me, one thing I wanted to share in this particular story, this particular book, was breaking barriers. What was and still is my journey of courage and grit. Because it's not easy, as we've heard for us to go through this journey. And I'm grateful I didn't have to go through it alone. But as a leader, sometimes, most times, you are out there in front, you are leading the pack, you are showing the path, lighting the way, all of these different things. And so you have to find a way to recharge, regroup, and move out. Some of the very questions that we've been talking about in our discussion here are things that help me lead my team, inspire my team, motivate my team to do the things they have to do. Because I am only as strong as my weakest link. And so my people need to be as strong as I am because I am learning from them as well as they are learning from me. So together, through courage, through grit, we are breaking barriers. Not just me, not just you, but we as women and ladies in tech are breaking barriers each and every day. And I'm proud to be a part of this journey.
Oh, I love it so much, Maria. Thank you so much. I just love the way that you articulate to the people and share and just love on everyone. It is that servant leadership quality. And we all talked about our different leadership qualities in each chapter of the book. So I want to encourage everyone to get a copy of Volume 1, Volume 2, or Volume 3 of the Ladies in Tech series. We got you covered whether you are new and aspiring a journey in a STEAM career path, or you're looking for mentorship from leading ladies in various organizations, or you're just looking to connect with someone that looks like you, sounds like you, or vibes like you. And you can get a copy of the book at our book launch. And so, as you see scrolling across the screen, March 29th is going to be that fabulous book launch. And we want you to be there. We want you there celebrating with us. And you can get your tickets at KenyattaPowersRucker.com. Trust me, this is a sold out event. So, you want to meet us there. Okay, and vibe with us and celebrate Women's History Month all month long. So, ladies, as we wrap up this episode, it has been a phenomenal conversation. We've got comments in the queue. We have unplug equals recharge. That sounds like renewal to me. Dr. Benison, you are so right about that. And if we've been able to inspire, even if it's just one leading lady, to relax and recharge and unplug, you will be doing yourself a service. All right. So I'm excited. Ladies, we've got some more things that we want to share with everyone. So, Chanel, why don't you share your offer while I bring up your cover girl? You're muted.
I need to wear the t-shirt of double muted. Thank you. If you ladies who have joined us, who are listening to this broadcast, if you are ready or know someone that is ready to pivot into tech and don't know where to start, Elevate 90 is your roadmap. In just 4 weeks, you will gain real agile skills, build a portfolio, and walk away job ready. This is my Agile Accelerator program. If you want to just get a taste of what we are doing and what we are learning, you can join my free group, my free Facebook group. It's called Tech Confidence Academy, where we teach you the basics and build your belief. And if you're serious and want custom game planning results, tap the link in the notes, and you can book a one-on-one session with me by going to my website, www.elevate-90.com, and we'll turn confusion into clarity and get to some actual results. So sis, don't just pivot. You want to pivot with a purpose. And if you're ready, let's get it. You can follow me on LinkedIn as Chanel Collier, also on Facebook and Instagram as The Real Chanel. And that is TheShynnelle. Let's get you in the room.
Oh, I love it, Chanel. Thank you so much. It has been absolutely amazing having a conversation with you this evening. And so, Maria, the mic is yours. Let the people know what you got for them and how they can connect with you.
Absolutely. Again, thank you so much for this opportunity tonight. This Women's History Month has been fire because of you, Miss Sabrina Lowry. So, with that in mind, right now you can go to my website, mariavthorpe.com, and pick up a copy of my other books that will guide you and share stories with you about a lady in tech. There's a bundle option available, but reach out to me or follow me on social media, all at Maria Thorpe. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. But if you're looking to expand your mind, come see me at the Waldorf Chess Club at waldorfchessclub.org, where I teach young folks as young as 5. I have a group of ladies called uh, Waldorf Chess Club Queens. I have something for our young ladies, QTs in training, or as I like to say, Queens in training, my little QTs. And there, I will teach you how to strategically think, strategically plan your goals, your future, and help you build your confidence. So come on by. We can chat and play chess and get to learning what is next.
Oh, that is so powerful. Oh, my goodness, lady. I think that this has been one of the best broadcasts thus far as we celebrate Women's History Month. And
Yeah.
so that has been amazing listening to your journeys, everyone sharing their stories, the comments, and everyone. Please check the replay if you missed the beginning of the conversation. I am quite sure you will want to connect with these leading ladies in tech. And don't forget to pick up our brand new book, Volume 3, The Strength, the Strategies, and the Lessons of Women Leaders. You will not be disappointed. And so I just want to say thank you, ladies. It has truly been my honor to be here with you this evening. And for all of you, please be sure that you come right back here next Monday, same time, 7:30 Eastern, right here on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, where we will bring you the final episode in the celebration of Women's History Month on Let's Talk Tech, Ladies Unplugged. Ladies, have a great rest of your evening. Good night.
Good night.